So, congratulations. You have made it to week 3, day 7 in this embodied mindfulness course. What I'm going to say in this week 3, day 7 introduction, I hope will give you a better sense, a bigger picture of why I have focused on what I have focused on in this course. It seems clear to me at this point in time that I have gone full circle only to end up back where I started, both personally and professionally. I started out with my Zen training and a focus on the primary culprit or culprits in our unnecessary suffering, with a focus on noticing without judgment, with a focus on the core teachings in the Dharmapada, much of which I committed to memory early on and never forgot. And one of those core teachings is mind is the source of bliss or of corruption. Now, since 1980, I have been sort of an observer of patterns. They seem to jump out at me. Patterns in myself, in others, mental patterns, emotional patterns, physical patterns. They just seem to jump out at me. But the habituation of those patterns seem to me to be one of the primary culprits in our unnecessary suffering. Since 1985, when I started Aikido, I also became an observer of imbalances. Personally, interpersonally, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and this imbalance also seemed to be a major culprit in our unnecessary suffering. It is a main culprit in our personal ill health, and it is a main culprit in our relationship difficulties. Therefore, it becomes a main culprit in our unnecessary suffering. This embodied mindfulness course is an attempt, you might say, to narrow the field, cut to the chase of the main culprits in our unnecessary suffering. It is an attempt to share with you what I have learned over a long period of time, experientially, personally, and professionally. This embodied mindfulness course is unique because what I focus on is unique. What I focus on is the main culprits in our unnecessary suffering, namely habituated patterns, imbalances, lack of awareness of those habituated patterns and imbalances. Since 1980, I have also been intrigued with human potential and relationships. But I wasn't that concerned with helping people, telling people how to reach their full potential, how to have a better relationship. Rather, what I was focused on is what gets in the way of that. And in that exploration of what gets in the way of our reaching a fuller potential, of us having healthier relationships, guess what? Once again, I arrived